Number 12. How does an element differ from a compound? How are they similar? Okay, so I always like to do the similarities first, and then we'll get to the differences because I just think similarities are easier than differences. So let's just write this down over here. So let's say, okay, elements and compounds. So similarities between them is that both of these elements and compounds are in the realm of pure substances. So that's a similarity. So I'll just put sim over here for similarity. So a similarity is that elements and compounds are both pure substances. Well, what does that exactly mean? Pure substances have a definite physical composition. Okay, so what does that exactly mean? That means that no matter how much of a element that you have and how much of a compound that you have, the physical composition, the way that it looks, will always be the same. So if I have either 10 grams of a certain element, so let's just say I have, carbon, versus 100 grams of carbon, carbon would look exactly the same and act exactly the same in the exact same way. No matter if I have 10 grams of water or 100 grams of water, it's still water. It still looks exactly the same. That's what it means by having a definite physical composition. It does not change. So definite means does not change because you just change the mass of it or the volume. It will have the same types of composition. The differences, however, and I'm going to put the differences, I guess we'll put it over here, difference. The difference is that elements are more simpler than compounds, which means that elements, I'm just going to put it as an E here, elements cannot be broken down. They're already in their most simplest form. Compounds, however, so I'm just going to put C, can be broken down. And what can they be broken down into? They're elements. So for example, if I write this over here, an element would just be one single box on the periodic table. So magnesium, lithium, potassium. You can't break those down, right? Because the boxes, the squares, are the most basic that you're going to get. So these elements cannot be broken down. But if you put together two or more elements, you'll make a compound. So for example, K2O is a compound between potassium and oxygen. And can you break this compound down? Yes, you can. You can break it down by chemical means. And what do you think you would get out? You would get out K and oxygen. You would get out potassium and oxygen. Don't worry about what these look like when you break them down, but just know that you could break them down into their individual elements. But yeah, so that's a difference. So elements, you can't go any lower than a single box on the periodic table. Compounds, however, you can break them down. So those are your similarities and differences between elements and compounds. I hope this helped you guys out a lot. If it did, make sure to click that subscribe button, leave a comment down below saying how helpful this was, if it was. And I hope you guys all have a great day. I will see you all in the next lesson. Take care. Bye-bye.